Well, another thing, like, we touched on before, it's fun. Real estate is fun,
It should
and
be.
when you help somebody either sell a house or buy a house, it's a major investment, and the majority of transactions, yes, 1 out of 100 might have a little issue here and there, but the majority of the time they run smoothly. It's an exciting time in their lives, and you're a part of it, and
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really cool.
and it's fun working with great originators, loan originators too.
Well,
That makes it even more
it
fun.
sure does when
Awesome.
you have a good relationship across
That's
the
right.
spectrum for the client, agent, lender,
Yeah.
borrowers themselves or buyers. Man, it makes things
But
so much
well,
better.
I talk to our agents all the time, and we even had a new agent orientation this morning, and we talk about the importance of having good lender
Hmm.
partners that you can trust, that you can call to get the straight answers about their
Yeah,
customers and clients,
Mm.
and it's so important to have those good partnerships.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Stephen and I talk about we got to like call when the phone rings. You better be happy that my name's on that on the caller ID, right? And vice versa.
That's right.
We got to be excited
Absolutely, yeah,
that oh, okay,
yeah,
cool, Mike's calling. I can't wait to answer that. And then
that's
the
right.
other part is you got to trust each other because we both have a part to play. And
Absolutely.
you know,
It takes a lot to get to the finish line in a real estate transaction.
yeah,
It takes a lot of people working together,
hmm,
and it's important to have good partners.
exactly, exactly.
Mm.
So I love that. We talked about community in the brokerage, right? For you guys, what does that look like for you and your business partners when you create community inside of your brokerage?
Well, another example is what happened this morning. We had a new agent orientation. We had about 10 or 12 agents that have just joined us, say, in the last, probably 30 to 45 days. And, we go over, policies, how to write a contract, some basic, things where the, copy machine is and things like that. But we also have we call it a agent success panel. So we had 4 of our experienced agents
Mm.
that come to the meeting, and, our trainer, kind of facilitates the conversation, but they talk about, we have them at different, we had one guy there that was, a 2 year experienced realtor, maybe another one about 10, and then we've got 2 other ones, 25 or 30 years. So different levels of experience,
Wow.
so they can relate to these brand new agents, and they tell about, how they work, offer their help, and, that talking about building the community within our brokerage. We try to bridge that gap between our experienced people and our new people, and help those new people along. And the more bringing in a new agent only helps the company, everybody.
Hmm.
Keeps the listings here,
Hmm.
more listings to sell,
Yeah.
and it's good to collaborate within the company.
Mm.
So that's one thing we do.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
For the people that, so say maybe the person that has 20 years or the person that has 10 or 2, um, is there a common system that's maybe over what everybody is doing? Is there a similar strategy that y'all are using that's in everybody's business?
Yeah, we implemented, or we brought in I guess, a philosophy or a training system called Ninja Selling about probably about 6 years ago now. It's called Ninja Selling. NinjaSelling.com. I'll give the plug for them, but because they're
Their
great.
sponsor.
Our director of agent development, Brandon Odell. He's a great guy, and he moved down here, probably 6 7 years ago, and he was with a larger Coldwell Banker company up in Illinois, and they had been a ninja company, so to speak, and he kind of introduced it to us. But what ninja selling is, it's it's a system based on building long term personal relationships with your customers and clients. And if you get to know your customers and clients on a personal level, not necessarily all business, but more personal about their work, you know their kids, what they like to do for fun, if they're a golfer, if they're a tennis player, if they like to go shopping or whatever, you connect with them on a personal level.
Mm.
And if you see them at the grocery store, you ask them about their friends and family and work and recreation and what they're planning to do this summer, and you don't even really have to bring up real estate. They
Yeah.
know you're in real estate, and
Mm.
the business comes that way. So that's a big part of the ninja technique. And the other thing is they as far as dealing with the customers and clients too, once you do have a transaction that you're working on, you you ask questions to that buyer or the seller and find out what their goals are, and then you listen. And I joke with some of our agents. Sometimes we as agents talk. I'm kind of doing that now, and sometimes we need to listen.
Yeah.
And listen to our customers and clients. And when you listen to your customers and clients, you can figure out what we call it pain or pleasure, and you can figure out what the pain is, that where you can help them,
Yeah.
and see what the pleasure is what they're looking for. And it's a great system. We did we call it's a ninja installation about 6 or 7 years ago, and we had a big number of our agents participate. We did another one last year, so in 2022, about this time last year. We had another group go through. Brandon, our director of agent development, he does a weekly ninja skills training class where they do role playing, dialogue, and just review of the concepts of ninja. And it's worked really well. And,
Wow.
and I really attribute some of our success the last 5 years to the ninja techniques. And it's a great system. And I would encourage once again, I'm being a spokesperson for Ninja, but it's a great system, and our agents have really embraced it. And a lot of our agents that are some of our top producers now have gone through the Ninja training, and they're reaping the rewards. And the other big thing is about the relationship. It's also building your database.
Yeah.
And as you come into contact with people, you build your database, and you make be consistent in your communication with them. And a lot of the communication, it doesn't need to be all about email.
Yeah.
Some of it needs to be pick up the phone and call them,
Right on.
and just check on them,
Right on.
and not saying, hey, do you want to sell your house, but how are the kids?
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Or how's the family, and how's the the new mountain bike or something like that.